Hey everyone, welcome back to our 5-minute daily adverb lesson series. For the next 3 months, we're diving into 100 essential adverbs. Today is lesson 79, and I'm so glad you're here with me. If you've been following along, you're probably starting to notice how understanding adverbs can make reading and understanding English so much easier. Maybe you've even tried picking up something you enjoy reading. Have you found it a bit easier to grasp the general idea? That's what we're aiming for. Keep it up, and by the end of this series, you'll have a solid foundation. All right, let's dive in. Today's adverb is one you'll hear a lot, basically. Before we go into the details, I've got a quick quiz for you. Ready? So, what do you think basically means? I'll give you 3 options. Does it mean 1: to explain something in a complicated way, 2: to explain something in a simple, easy-to-understand way, 3: to make something sound more exciting? Take a moment to think about it. Got your answer? The correct choice is 2. Basically means to explain something in a simple, easy-to-understand way. It's like saying, here's the most important part, or let me sum it up for you. When we use basically, we're trying to strip away the extra details and get to the core of what we're talking about. Picture this. Imagine you're explaining a game to a friend who's never played it before. You don't dive into every single rule or strategy. Instead, you just give them the big picture. That's the essence of basically. You're saying, let's focus on the most important part. Simple, right? So, how do we use basically in real conversations? There are 3 main uses that I want you to focus on. First, we use it to express the basic idea or the essential facts about something. For instance, if you want to explain what water is made of, you might say, basically, water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. See how that works? You're just pointing out the key elements. Next, we often use basically to summarize a key point. Imagine you're in a meeting discussing a project deadline. To make sure everyone is clear on the main takeaway, you could say, so basically, we need to finish the project by Friday. This helps everyone focus on what's really important. And finally, basically, can be used to emphasize something in a straightforward or direct way. For example, if someone told you to leave, you might describe it later by saying, he basically told us to leave. It adds a bit of emphasis, making it clear that the message was very direct. All right, now let's go through some new examples to see how basically is used in different situations. Imagine you're explaining how to bake a cake to someone who's never baked before. Instead of going through every small detail, you might say, basically, you just mix the ingredients, put the batter in the oven, and bake it. This simplifies the process and gives the person the essential steps. Now think about summarizing a complex topic, like explaining the benefits of exercise to someone who's not very interested. You might say, so basically, exercising regularly helps you stay healthy and feel better. This sentence highlights the core benefits without overwhelming the listener with too much information. Finally, let's say you're emphasizing something important, like reminding someone to take care of their health. You could say, he's been told multiple times to eat healthier, but he basically ignores the advice. This use of basically emphasizes how the person is consistently disregarding important advice. Now, I want to introduce you to a couple of words that are similar to basically, like essentially or in essence. They all carry a similar meaning, but there's a subtle difference. Basically is the most casual of the 3 and fits well in everyday conversation. But if you're in a more formal situation or you want to sound a bit more serious, you might choose essentially or in essence instead. For example, if you're in a professional meeting and want to sum up a strategy, you might say, in essence, our strategy is to increase online engagement to boost sales, rather than, basically, we need to get more people online to make more money. See how the tone changes depending on the word you choose? Now it's your turn. I'd love for you to practice using basically in a sentence. Think of something simple you can explain, and then share it in the comments below. I'll check them out and give you some feedback. And that's it for today's lesson on basically. Remember, it's your go-to word for simplifying things and getting to the point. Keep practicing, and don't forget to try using it in your conversations or writing. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next lesson.